Well, guys, I did say in the earlier video I was open to being wrong. Look, I've been practicing my whole life. I'm really good at getting it wrong the first time. And I was. So in the last video we did the Apocalypse. I told you I was a little bit underwhelmed. And to a certain extent, all that information was still true because I'm looking at it from the defensive side. I don't think Apocalypse is going to do anything for you on the defensive side. I really don't. But the community managers heard our concern and they let us get into the Cosmic Crucible matches so we can actually use Apocalypse on offense. And he instantly proved me wrong with what his kit brings. So he seems underwhelming still, even in the damage. He's going to be very underwhelming at low stars. But what his kit brings is going to be crazy in certain matches, particularly in Cosmic Crucible. So we'll talk about the kit changes a little bit. But yeah, he's going to change the offensive meta, which will shift some things to defense, maybe. But I still think it's just going to mean more glass cannon. The meta is going to get more glass cannon than ever, more offensive heavy than ever. And it's going to open up the doors for the counters that you can use against certain matchups, which is really cool. So I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked because I got so excited after winning one of the matches at the very end that I let the match end. So now I'm on a 24-hour cooldown before I can get any more footage. So we're going to show it against Darkhold, Gamma, Infinity Watch, and Unlimited, all in Cosmic Crucible. I'm facing my own team, so they're all around like 1.2 million power. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised about what the kit of Apocalypse brings. So just getting the unlock alone is going to really increase your firepower on offense. Let's go talk about why that is. All right, so let's talk about why I was wrong and how I overlooked some very important things that make me look pretty foolish. Again, I'm good at looking foolish. It's what I do. So his basic attack, this also applies to his counter, and yes, his retaliates. He'll gain offense up and speed up. We're going to have Baby Apocalypse, so we don't really care about this offense up. It's all about the speed up, which will facilitate him getting this turn out faster. This was the big concern, getting this out faster. Once again, I don't think this is going to be useful on the defense. We can talk about that in a second. The ultimate, again, who cares? If he sees that turn, great. Baby Apocalypse. The trauma will be nice. All that's great. I don't think he's going to get it very often. Or need it very often, as we're going to see. But it's his passive that is bonkers. So, at the start of any match, I can't believe I overlooked this. Such a foolish oversight. They cannot spawn with Safeguard. That affects some of the most annoying efficiency killing teams. So in Crucible alone, Apocalypse is going to change things in your favor on offense. Again, offensive weapon, not a defensive weapon. Who cares about... I just won't take a team that relies on Safeguard. I won't take that into an Apocalypse. I can control that. That's dumb. But when you're in control, Infinity Watch, Darkhold, Unlimited X-Men, all spawning with that Safeguard, take that away, they are super vulnerable. He's also going to spawn with immunity, but again, if he's on defense, I just bring somebody that flips that, and then he can't even get the retaliation that's going to give him that speed up, because he'll have Disrupt at that point. So again, we control that. Stun, who cares? The max health, that's great. This counter is pretty cool because again, when you're in control, you can bring him into a team that's going to automatically get hit. So you can bring him against Infinity Watch, and Nebula goes around the world and put him in a vulnerable place. He's going to get hit. If he's with Death Seed, he's going to have 100% counterattack chance, gaining speed up, and then he's going to take those turns faster and cause havoc. And he's also going to gain 10% focus for each Horseman, Mutant, and Tech ally. Look, I already know I misspoke in the footage. The first video you're going to see is going to be Death Seed with Apocalypse against Darkhold, and I was like, derp, he gives extra focus to Magneto. No, he just gains focus. He gains a lot of focus, which is great. Helps him land his own ability block, not helps Magneto land, so that one's still a little bit RNG. And again, give me a little bit of grace in the footage, okay? Because I have to do that in real time while playing it, and I only get a couple shots because of Cosmic Crucible. And you're going to see, I mess up on the final attack. I let it end. I can't believe I did that. But without further rambling, let's go check out that footage. We're going to start with Death Seed Apocalypse versus Darkhold. All right, guys, so one of the matches I'm most curious about is going to be Death Seed with Apocalypse over Psylocke against this Darkhold team, because he does give, I believe, 40% extra focus to Magneto, who's also a skirmisher here. So if Magneto lands that blind on Morgan, I want to see how this match plays out, because I think there's a real chance this could be phenomenal with the support that Apocalypse brings. And I know my first video wasn't too hype on him, so I kind of want to see what he's capable of. Now, this is the big boy Apocalypse, and I only have one shot at this. So any kind of misplays I make, I'm going to have limited room for error here. We're going to have to close out as well. So let's do this. Let's do this. Because I don't think Death Seed on defense, I don't think that's viable at all. So if we can make Death Seed the juggernaut team with Apocalypse and Cosmic Crucible, that'd be huge. So the blind landed, that is a 7 red star Morgan, so that's nice. With that extra focus, I think it's more possible, which is also great. Now this is going to give offense up. I do like the idea of the offense up. All right. Now we have no offense down because the blind landed there as well. So Apocalypse giving that focus is actually a really big deal here. But I don't know if... So we got the speed. See, that's unfortunate. I wonder if we didn't get the speed up. I wonder who goes first. Wong, Apocalypse, or Beast. I think it would be Apocalypse. If that's the case, then this matchup is crazy good. Because this ability block should land on Wong, and then we're not worried about getting stuck behind his taunt, which is what normally happens in the Death Seed matchup. And then Dark Beast comes in here, and he puts an ability block out there as well. So now, that's 2 turns on Morgan we're not worried about as well. And now I can go ahead and ult here, and now the power of Death Seed absolutely takes over. This is over at this point. So Apocalypse with Death Seed, decimating Darkhold, very, very strong. And I don't, man, it's hard to... Because that 100% resistance, right, that Morgan gives, it's hard to say, like, just do this matchup then. It's going to work all the time. Because, honestly, we just don't know. I am going to back out here in a second. But I think with the focus, it's much more likely. Anyway, this is obviously a foregone conclusion. Let's go ahead and let's quit out here. I don't know how valuable this one would be, but Infinity Watch is certainly an efficiency suck. I don't know why these teams are all gear 215. But Apocalypse, I think he stops the safeguard, right? So we should be able to get through that Phyla-Vel a lot faster and rip through her buffs. Yeah, he takes the safeguard away. This is very interesting. So I have a couple options. I could remove her buffs and put slow on her, and the Phyla-Vel's never going to get to cleanse. The ultimate here, kind of nice as well, though, just to group them. Kind of nice for the grouping, but I'm gonna go for the nuke option. So let's go ahead and let's take care of business here on this Phyla-Vel. And I don't think Magneto needs to be a skirmisher for this one, so Striker on Magneto here would probably go a long way for you as well. All right, that hurt. Let's go ahead and get a cleanse here on some of our debuffs. We're still on this Phyla-Vel, and that's going to be a very dead Phyla-Vel. And Apocalypse has that speed up. He got energy from Archangel going, so he could actually use ultimate right away here. But is this special better because it'll protect me a bit more? I don't know. It's unavoidable, right? Cannot be blocked, unavoidable. So let's use the ultimate here. It does trauma, disrupt, flips buffs or something. Wow, that damage. That's a big boy Apocalypse with offense up. Hard to say what the damage would be like otherwise, right? But Apocalypse, he's about to take another turn, so you can see when he gets to use his ultimate, it's very scary. And what we can do in this case, we'll just ignore the Gamora. We don't want to push her. We don't want Adam Warlock to get taunted for whatever reason. And then here he comes in, and this is a permanent kill too, right? That's a permanent kill. So this would be crazy high efficiency. We got to get out of here, though. All right, so again, I want to see how Death Seed with Apocalypse can tackle the Gamma team. Now, this is my biggest team, though it seems that my roster wasn't updated all the way because I definitely don't have a gear tier 15 Brawn. Let's go in here and see how this goes. Regardless, I think we're doing punch-ups across the board. Okay, so we got the blind, but obviously that's not going to hit Hulk. Let's go ahead. We're going to have to handle She-Hulk, right? Maybe we weren't supposed to ult. Maybe not pull them all in is probably a terrible idea in retrospect. But now we got the speed up, which is huge. We can refresh the speed up, or we could just go for some damage here. I need to get past this Hulk taunt. Again, we have some nice focus, which is nice. We probably were supposed to... I mean, we were probably supposed to use the Magneto special on Hulk in this matchup. I don't know why I didn't. But let's continue see how this goes anyway. So that gets thrown back at us. Regardless, we want to use a special, but we want to also make sure we're hitting a vulnerable target. So I'll go over here to She-Hulk. We're giving Hulk lots of... Red Hulk lots of charges here. This was a huge misplay. So we'll probably have to back out and redo this one. Oh my lord. How big was that She-Hulk? She was a big girl. She was a big, big girl. Okay. And now we can get the ability block out there. And Hulk's dead. Okay, so this as well is going to be a very convincing win. Now, granted, this is also Big Boy Apocalypse, so could he be in trouble if, you know, he got one shot by the Red Hulk or something? Entirely possible, right? But the way this is going, this is also a foregone conclusion. So Death Seed looking real good. I'm not going to do this ability because I do want to continue doing more matches, so let's go do that. Now, this, I think, is the biggest test, the most important test. And here's the thing. Apocalypse will stop them from getting Safeguard. Huge. But he won't stop them from getting immunity, so I can't blind them. But I can do other things to really control how this plays out. Yeah, take out all these. All right, so yeah, here we go. Is this unavoidable? Yo, Magneto's special is unavoidable. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? An Apocalypse spawning with that immunity means Gambit can't ability block him. And Apocalypse is going to go before everybody here if this slow lands. It did, too. Again, I don't think you need the extra focus for this matchup, but it doesn't hurt. Let's get the cleanse on Dark Beast here. Oh, guys, we might have been wrong with the initial assessment of Apocalypse. At least the Big Boy Apocalypse seems like he's going to be an absolute nightmare. But we're not completely sold yet. Let's keep going. That's going to go ahead. That's going to take out the Rogue, I think. Close enough. So she's actually going to go for Dark Beast here. She could kill him. All right, you know what? Now we're definitely happy that we have Skirmisher on Magneto. Let's get all those blinds off. And let's see how this plays out now. So we still have Magneto. Look, Magneto got the immunity and the safeguard. And he's getting speed up from his own passive because they're getting crit. So Magneto's actually still going to get to do his blind here. How many people it's going to hit, I don't actually know. He can't be stunned because of that immunity once again. But he's getting super wrecked. Let's go for just straight damage here. We no longer have ISO attacks to hit into. That's not going to do us any favors. Magneto's not going to get the blind. Apocalypse popping off. Okay, I spoke too soon. Baby Apocalypse not going to work out here. He's just not. This is unavoidable still, but it almost doesn't matter now. That's incredible damage, but not quite enough. Not quite enough. All right, so Death Seed Apocalypse didn't quite cut it, but then I had a stroke of, not of genius, but of Dorky, you're an idiot, because I didn't think Apocalypse takes away the safeguard, which means Eternals can work here. They could get a bunch of crazy flips. In particular, the Icarus will flip all the evades, the Phantom Extras out there. Very, very, very dangerous. So I'm going to try this. Unfortunately, I don't have Emma, so I have to use Cable. Cable's going to be a freaking punching bag here. He's definitely going to die to the Gambit. But I think the idea is, can we kill the Gambit right away? Because we're going to flip everything into defense down, and the Kestrel should be popping off. And then Apocalypse will be popping off too. Cable will be an absolute magnet for all the damage here. Look at those flips, fantastic. Huge. Is Kestrel pop off right off the first one? No, I guess not. We'll continue our turn meter rewinding. They even have immunity because it flips from them. Oh my god, this is crazy. Wait. I can maybe kill somebody before they even get a turn. If we could just kill Gambit before he even gets a turn, oh my god. It's not gonna matter that Rogue starts taunting. It doesn't matter at all. I could have even killed Dazzler there so that she was permanently killed and just let Rogue taunt with super low life. But then we take her out. Oh my god, guys. Apocalypse didn't need to do any damage there. All he needed to do was to exist to remove the safeguard. Oh my god, Eternals smacking down Unlimited. If you put your Apocalypse with Unlimited, I will use my Unlimited on offense the same way people are using Tangled Web on offense. I will crush you simply by making sure my Eternals go before your Rogue because of the safeguard. That's awesome. All right, guys. So yeah, I let it end. There's not much else I can show because he's gone. I can't show anymore. Anywho, I was wrong. He will change the meta, but I always look at things from the defensive side first. When I think a new Juggernaut character, I think, Darkhold changed the war defense meta. Gamma changed the war defense meta. Dormammu changed the war defense meta. They all affected the arena meta. If you didn't have Dormammu at the beginning of Crucible, people put Dormammu on defense and that changed things. So I was looking at it from the point of, can he be a roadblock or make you have to 2-tap something on defense? And I still think that answer is no. So I don't think I was wrong in the sense that he's going to suck on defense. But just that safeguard peel alone, making a team like the Eternals beat the Unlimited X-Men team, that's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. I think that's absolutely fantastic. The only problem then is, do we have too much offense and not enough defense? Is everything just going to be a straight efficiency battle? Maybe. But at least Apocalypse is useful. I don't know. It could also be maybe there's going to be new characters that come out that change the meta. Maybe there's going to be some defensive teams. Maybe there'll be more Crucible teams in the next patch that get released. Maybe because we can use Apocalypse, take it Unlimited, everyone will throw Gamma back on defense. And to make sure that their Gamma can't be Tangled Web, they'll throw their Tangled Web back on defense. And maybe that'll be how the meta rebalances itself. Because right now it is super offense heavy. So adding just another offensive character feels a bit wonky. Regardless, though, I was wrong. I'm sorry if I made anybody feel unhyped about Apocalypse. Personally, Eternals smashing the crap out of Unlimited team, that makes me hype. And just thinking back on it, like Eternals, Emma, Apocalypse plus Kestrel, that might beat the Eternals too, because they'll lose their safeguard. And then Icarus will do turn me to rewind and flip them into defense down. And then Cersei will also rewind them. And Kestrel will be popping off. And maybe you can kill Morgan before she gets a freaking turn. Right? That'd be really cool too. That'd be really, really fun. And he can do that in war too. What's stopping him from doing that in war? So I definitely see him being amazing in offense. I hope that makes people a bit more excited for all the work they've done this year. I didn't want to make anybody feel down. Just, it was kind of a factor of, we had nowhere to use him on the test server at the time. The community managers, again, I got to give a huge shout out to Lori and Archangel for letting us get into the Crucible as quickly as they did, so that we could actually see his full potential. But again, I'm wrong. I was wrong. I'm right now. Obviously, he's great against Unlimited. And Darkhold is crazy. So I hope people enjoy getting Apocalypse tomorrow. I know I'm looking forward to it, even though I've lost like my last 8 Crucibles in a row. But we'll cry about that in a different video.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.